This is a photo I got really excited about. I thought, wow, this is going to be so much fun. I can see Taylor Yard, I can see Forest Lawn, I can see Fletcher Drive. But when I got to this location, the overgrowth had completely changed and it was unusable. So I found this, and I got really excited about this because it's a view of the same bridge that you saw in the last photo is right here, except the photographer was way over here somewhere shooting that way toward Taylor Yard. So I got really excited about this photo. I said, oh, I can duplicate that one. So I go to the area, and this is what it looks like today. And I'm looking at this, and like 50% of this photo is dead brown grass. And I'm thinking, that's not a very pretty photo. And it's going to look really bad in black and white. So I had to come up with something else. Because together, even though I know where it is, I wanted to choose locations that you didn't have to hike to, that the average person driving down the street, stuck in traffic, would go, oh man, I drive by that location every day. Well, they couldn't do that with this. I had to walk to get to this location. And I think it would be hard for the average person to put these two images together as to where it was. So we came up with another Donald Duke photo of the same area, but it's much more expansive and it shows a lot more landscape and interesting things in the background that still exist today. Again, let's see if I can find that button. Yeah, here it is. There's a bridge that you saw in my lead photograph for the series. This is Riverside Drive and this is Fletcher Drive. This is known as the Fletcher Drive Viaduct, one of the highest bridges on the PE system on the Glendale-Burbank line, which Glendale is in the background here. This is Griffith Park, and these are the hills north of San Fernando Valley. Curry's Ice Cream was a landmark for many years. And this is what the location looks like today. Now, even though you have to hike to get to this location, because of the inclusion of the highways and the two intersections here, I thought it was acceptable that at least people could recognize that as Fletcher Drive and, oh yeah, I drive by that every day. Wow, I didn't know what these pillars and stairway that lead to nothing. I never knew what that was. Now I know. And again, we try to include a piece of transit that shows that there's still some way to get here by public means, by public transit. And this is Interstate 5 here that didn't even exist in the other photo. So a lot of changes. And this, of course, is what the two photos look like together. And just as a comparison for selection, I just found that it's obvious that this is a much more interesting photo to look at than this one with a whole lot of dead brown real estate. Well, another thing I learned about when I started working with Arcadia, I asked them to send me what they considered their best example of a then and now book. And they sent me one on Huntington Beach, and I found it appalling. It was basically a guy running around the point and shoot any time of day, didn't matter, and there was this really wonderful Victorian home that they had a then photo of, and he went back, the sun's coming right into his lens, the entire front of the building is black. What do you gain from that? Nothing. So, in that respect, since you're all photographers, garbage in, garbage out. If you give them a good file and you plan and you shoot the right time of day, you get a little permission. Some of these locations I had to go back to satisfy myself 4 and 5 times. That's just because I wanted a good book. And the proof is in the pudding. It's in its 4th printing, people are buying it. So they have changed a little bit, but you have to give them good pictures to work with. They're not magicians.